You earned it. Long day, terrible meeting. Traffic on the way home. You drove past the Golden Arches and made the turn without really deciding to. The line moved fast. The bag came through the window warm and smelling exactly like comfort. You ate it in the car before you even got home. It tasted like relief. But while you were unwrapping that burger in the driver's seat, something else was starting inside you. A sequence of events your body didn't ask for and wasn't designed to handle on a regular basis. A 24-hour process that most people never think about, because by the time the consequences show up, the meal is long forgotten. This is the story of what that burger actually does. Not in theory, not in a lab. In a real body, over 24 real hours. Told through 3 people who ate the same meal on the same Tuesday evening and felt very different things by Wednesday morning. The same meal, 3 different bodies. One long night. Ryan was 31 and worked in IT support in Columbus, Ohio. He ate fast food 3 or 4 times a week, sometimes more during crunch periods at work. He was not someone who thought much about what he ate. Food was fuel and fast food was the fastest fuel available. Lisa was 28 and lived in Dallas, Texas. She ate fast food maybe once a week, usually on Friday evenings as a deliberate treat after a disciplined week of cooking at home. She knew it wasn't great for her. She also knew it was once a week and she refused to feel guilty about it. Tom was 47 and lived in Seattle, Washington. He had eaten fast food regularly his entire adult life and had recently started noticing things he hadn't noticed at 35. His energy crashed harder after certain meals. His sleep on certain nights was worse than others. He had started paying attention to the pattern without fully understanding what he was looking at. All 3 of them ate a double cheeseburger, large fries, and a large soda on a Tuesday evening in October. Different cities, same meal. Same 24 hours to follow. The first 10 minutes. The spike nobody feels as danger 10 minutes after the last bite. Something significant is already happening in all 3 of them. The refined carbohydrates from the bun and the sugar from the soda have entered the bloodstream rapidly, faster than almost any whole food can produce. Blood sugar climbs sharply. The pancreas detects the surge and releases insulin at maximum speed to pull the glucose out of the blood before it does immediate damage. For Ryan, this feels like energy. A familiar lift he has learned to associate with eating. He feels briefly more alert, more settled, more okay. He doesn't register it as a spike because it feels good. He has felt this way after hundreds of meals and never connected the brief lift to the crash that always follows it. For Lisa, the spike feels similar. She is eating this intentionally. She knows what she signed up for. She enjoys the meal and doesn't overthink what comes next. For Tom, the spike feels a little different than it used to. He notices, the way you notice something you've started paying attention to, that the first 10 minutes after a fast food meal produce a wired, slightly uncomfortable energy. Not quite the pleasant lift it used to be. More like his heart is working noticeably harder than it needs to be. Inside all 3 of them, the burst of salt and fat has triggered another response alongside the sugar spike. Blood vessels are reacting. Arteries that are suddenly receiving a concentrated load of saturated fat are beginning the early stages of an inflammatory response. One that will build over the next several hours, even after the meal stops feeling like anything at all. 30 minutes in, when the gut starts talking. Half an hour after eating, Ryan is back at his desk. He feels a familiar heaviness settling into his abdomen. A tightness and slow gurgling that he has learned to ignore because it happens so often. His stomach is working hard to process a meal that arrived fast, requires significant acid to break down, and included a fat load that his gallbladder is now working overtime to handle. Lisa notices the same fullness, but she is sitting on her couch at home with no obligation to push through it. She feels comfortable enough. The fullness is expected. She accepts it as the cost of the Friday treat and moves on with her evening. Tom is in his home office, and the fullness hits him harder than he would like. He has noticed over the past year that this particular feeling, the post-fast food heaviness, lasts longer than it used to. He is no longer 35. His digestion doesn't move through the same workload at the same speed it once did. The grease is sitting. He shifts in his chair and tells himself he'll take a walk after this call. He doesn't take the walk. 1 hour in, the hidden fire in the arteries. An hour after the meal, the blood sugar spike has peaked and is beginning to fall. The insulin that was released to manage it has done its job. But insulin doesn't simply drop when the work is done. It overshoots. Blood sugar falls below baseline. The energy that felt like relief 60 minutes ago has reversed direction completely. Ryan is tired, not sleepy tired, flat tired. The kind of tired where concentration requires noticeably more effort and everything feels slightly more annoying than it was before he ate. He reaches for his second coffee of the evening. He gets through the next hour on caffeine and willpower and does not connect either the tiredness or the need for more caffeine to what he ate for dinner. Inside Ryan's arteries, something he cannot feel is happening with more consistency than his body is built to manage. The saturated fat from the burger has triggered low-grade inflammation in arterial walls. His liver has begun processing the fat load from the meal and converting the excess into triglycerides. This is not a crisis. For a young, otherwise healthy body, this is manageable on an occasional basis. But Ryan eats this meal 3 to 4 times a week. His arteries are not getting the recovery time between inflammatory events that they need to return fully to baseline. The fire that started with one meal never quite goes out before the next one adds to it. 4 hours in, the liver's night shift. By 11 in the evening, all 3 of them are winding down towards sleep. But their livers are not winding down at all. The liver's job in processing a fast food meal is substantial. It handles the excess fat, processes the elevated triglycerides, filters the additives and preservatives in the processed meat, and manages the overflow from the blood sugar events of the earlier evening. This is significant work that the liver performs without any signal you can feel, no pain, no alert, no notification. For Lisa, who eats this way once a week, the liver handles it competently and recovers without lasting consequences. This is exactly the kind of occasional load a healthy liver is designed to manage. She goes to sleep around 11 and sleeps well. For Ryan, whose liver is performing the same workload 3 or 4 nights a week, the picture is different. His liver is processing a fast food meal while it is still catching up from the last fast food meal. Fat is beginning to accumulate in liver cells at a rate that slightly exceeds the rate at which it can be cleared. Not enough to cause symptoms yet. Not enough to show up in a standard blood test. But enough to be building toward the kind of result that surprises people at routine checkups 5 years from now. For Tom, the liver processing happens alongside a digestive system that is slower and less efficient than it was in his 30s. He wakes up twice during the night. Once at 1 in the morning and once at 3, with a vague acid discomfort in his chest. He takes an antacid both times. He has been doing this more often than he admits to himself. 12 hours in, Wednesday morning. Ryan wakes up on Wednesday morning feeling roughly what he always feels, not great, not terrible. A baseline low-energy morning that he has accepted as just how mornings feel. He has a coffee immediately and starts moving. He doesn't connect his morning energy level to what he ate the night before because his mornings have felt this way for years, and he has stopped asking why. Lisa wakes up feeling fine. She ate what she ate once and her body moved through it. She has a normal breakfast and a normal morning. Her one weekly fast food meal produced exactly the mild temporary impact she expected and nothing more. Tom wakes up tired in a way that feels different from normal tired. His digestion still feels unresolved. He has a dull ache in his upper abdomen that he can't quite locate. He skips breakfast because the idea of more food in his stomach doesn't appeal to him. He has a meeting at 9 and gets through it without fully feeling present. In the afternoon, he researches whether 47 is too young to be feeling the way he feels most mornings and does not like what he finds. 24 hours, what the meal left behind. By Tuesday evening again, Exactly 24 hours later, Lisa's body has fully processed and moved on from the previous night's meal. Her blood markers, her liver, her digestion, all back to baseline. One fast food meal vanished completely, no lasting consequence. Ryan's body is preparing to receive the same meal again. Or something similar. It has been doing this 3 to 4 times a week for years. The inflammation that started in his arteries last night didn't fully resolve before tonight's meal adds to it. His liver hasn't fully cleared Tuesday's fat load. His gut bacteria, which are shaped over time by what consistently arrives, have shifted towards strains that thrive on processed food and away from strains that support healthy digestion and immune function. The 24-hour window that Lisa's body moved through cleanly is a window Ryan's body never quite gets to close. Tom has decided to make an appointment with his doctor. He is not alarmed. He is just done pretending that the way he feels most mornings is unrelated to the choices he makes most evenings. The only difference that mattered, the burger was the same. The 24 hours were the same. The biology was the same. The only variable that changed the outcome was frequency. Lisa ate it once. Her body handled it because that is exactly what healthy bodies do with occasional indulgences. They absorb it. They process it. They move on. Ryan ate it 3 to 4 times a week. His body was never getting the recovery window it needed between events. The inflammation, the liver load, the blood sugar chaos, the arterial stress, all of it was compounding slightly faster than it was resolving. Not dramatically, not in a way he could feel clearly, but in a way that was writing itself into his biology one meal at a time. Tom ate it the same way Ryan did for 20 years, and at 47 the bill has started to arrive. The burger is not the villain. Frequency is the villain. Context is the villain. The habit that stops feeling like a choice because it happens so often it just feels like Tuesday. Your body can handle almost anything occasionally. It tells you what it can't handle when something stops being occasional. Before you go, nobody is asking you to never eat a drive-through burger again. That is not what this is about. This is about understanding the difference between a choice and a default, a treat and a routine. Something you do because you decided to, and something you do because you stopped deciding. Lisa's burger was a choice. Ryan's burger was a default. And defaults, repeated often enough without awareness, are where the body's quiet conversations turn into the kind of numbers on a blood test that require a longer conversation with a doctor. Pay attention to your frequency, not your perfection. Not every ingredient, just how often. Your body can tell you the rest, if you're paying attention when it talks. If this made you think differently about your weekly routine, share it with someone who eats on autopilot. Subscribe for more content that tells you what your daily habits are actually doing inside you. See you in the next one.